Wings A320 that crashed in the French Alps may have been locked out of the cockpit before the plane went down. That's according to the New York Times. The details emerge as investigators analyse the voice recordings from the cockpit found at the scene. Now, at the site of the crash, the search for the black box recorder that registers flight data and could provide further detail, that continues today. For more, let's get to Bloomberg's Andrea Rothman in Paris. Andrea, a very good morning. So we're beginning to see these reports from the New York Times. Obviously, it's very early to sort of speculate exactly what happened. What more do we know on the back of these reports?
Okay, well, yesterday at the briefing by the French investigators, they said to us that they had heard voices, which was significant because it means that at least both of the pilots were not out. But when we asked them, did you hear the pilot's voices or someone else, he wouldn't specify. He was very cagey about that. And you have to remember that there are two pilots in the cockpit, but at any one moment, if one of the pilots goes out to go to the bathroom, for example, the cockpit door has to be locked. There are rules that were put into place after 9/11 because of the worries about an intruder getting into the cockpit that make it openable only from the inside. So we can suppose that if one went out to the bathroom or to talk to somebody, he couldn't have gotten in if he was unable to get back in if the first pilot had a problem. Now, the big question obviously is, did the one pilot have an illness, a heart attack, did something go wrong with him? Or was he for some reason not wanting the other pilot to come in because he was up to something bad? We have no idea at this point. And to be honest, we haven't even confirmed for sure that the pilot was locked out, but we should get more today.
Just speaking of that, obviously we know that one black box has been recovered. We know that the voice data box has also been recovered, but damaged. What do you think that we will learn today? And obviously we saw Merkel, Hollande and Rajoy attending the site yesterday as a mark of respect, and families are beginning to be brought to the site. Just run us through what we know about today, Andrea.
Well, the big thing we're hoping today is to find out what happened to the second recorder. As of yesterday, they had only found a little broken off piece of it. The crash was so powerful that it actually broke off a piece of the black box, which is fairly unusual. They're still combing the site to find the rest of it. If they do find that second box, and we'll get reports on that this morning as they continue the search, they would at least be able to start looking at the parameters of the plane system, see what the plane was doing, who put in the order for the plane to go down. But unfortunately, that's not going to explain what was going on in the cockpit and why the person would not open the door. Obviously, we're going to do our own reporting, trying to find out if we can get people to confirm this for us. Another thing we don't know, and I really do not think we'll get to this today, is the name of either of the pilots. In some past incidents at other airlines, the airlines have chosen to release the names, but in this case, Lufthansa has given no indication of who was behind the controls.
Andrea, we will return to you throughout morning programming. Andrea Rothman in Paris. Thank you.
Well, let's turn our attention to Greece, and the European Central Bank provided more than